Alright, welcome to the free email copywriting masterclass. And in this exact video, I'll be showing you everything you need to know to start your first email copywriting career. You don't need anything else to start email copywriting right off the bat, except you need to just know outreach. Because in this video, you'll get to know everything you need to know to start email copywriting. The basics, the advanced techniques, everything, the techniques I use to write my own copy. So as you can see email equals to money, and if you can learn that skill, you'll prosper. So what will we actually learn today? We'll learn what is email copywriting, why email copywriting, what are the types of frameworks we use in emails, how to improve your email copywriting, email sequences, and what to do before writing your first email, things to remember before writing your first email. So what is email copywriting? Email copywriting is writing emails for businesses that help them in giving the customers value, increase their revenue, and helping in brand positioning, and finally return of investment, high ROI. Now, emails can be used for these 4 techniques, and they can also increase the revenue. How? Emails basically help to promote the product people are selling, which therefore helps to improve their revenue. Emails are also a key ingredient in marketing that helps to promote their products, get more sales, and also drive more conversions. Why will email copywriting die? We have all heard that will email actually die, but as you can see, that's actually not true. Email users are approximately 4.5 billion in 2025, will be 4.5 billion in 2025, and nearly 376 billion emails are sent every single day, which is going to increase every single year. So as you can see, email copywriting isn't dead. It's actually increasing, and it is more lively than ever. And 80% of the users check the email every single day. And I don't think it's going to die according to the statistics which I've shown you here. Then, why email copywriting? Emails have the highest ROI in the marketing space. They're quick, fast to send, they're volatile, they can be used depending on the situation, and have the most potential to sell. Now, $11 billion was generated in 2023, which is increased more in 2025. So, as you can see, there is money in emails. Please remember that. Whenever you're starting, email copywriting is the basics and is the foundation to start copywriting and become a master at copywriting. So next, it's easy to learn, definitely, because in this video you'll get to know everything you need to learn about emails. And let's move on to the email copywriting frameworks. We are finding in some sauce. And so what are some good email copywriting frameworks? Now, I'll explain all of them in this video. There's HSO, Hook, Story, Offer; AIDA, Attention, Interest, Desire, Action; CGN, Challenge, Justify, and Need; Listicle, and much more. There are hundreds of email copywriting frameworks you can use depending on the situation and where the customer is at. So what is HSO? HSO is hook, where you gain the viewer's attention. Story helps to attack the pain points and relate to the user, which is one of the most important skills you have to learn of storytelling. And finally, the offer. Now this is one of the most basic email copywriting framework you need to learn off the bat. Just learn this, it's easy to learn. You need a good hook, you need a story that helps to relate to the pain point and twist the knife of the readers and just offer them the solution. It's very easy to learn and works almost every single time. Next, AIDA, attention. We need a good hook as always. We have to spike their interest. Desire, which goes deep into the dreams, their desires, and the goals. And finally, the action. This is also one of the most recommended story frameworks, email copywriting frameworks you can use. Now, the bonus tip: the more painful the email is, there will be more clicks on the CTA. The more the email relates to the users, the more people will click on the CTA. They'll feel like this person understands me, and if I click on the product and the solution, it will help me out. So therefore more engagement, sorry, therefore therefore more engagement is equals to more money, and therefore finally painful equals money. Market research is always needed when you start copywriting. You just need to list down what they need, what are their desires, what are their suspicions, what are their fears, what are their goals, what do they fear, what do they love. You need to understand everything about your target customer before writing an email. CGN is the one of the most underrated email copywriting frameworks. Now C stands for challenge, J stands for justify, and N stands for need. Challenge, story, challenging basically goes against the beliefs. For example, I'm quitting, or push-ups is the worst exercise. Now, you of course, if push-ups is the one of the most best exercise for building your chest, but if someone hears this, of course they're gonna click on that email and be shocked, and they want the reason, they want the justification, and without justification, the emails all talk. If whenever the emails too telling, they will people will immediately lose people will immediately lose trust. People love justifications. And finally, the need, you give them a solution of the problem. Next, listicle. This can be used almost everywhere. You can add this in almost every email copywriting framework. It's basically more important for value emails where you provide value, helps to make the format clean, and gives you value concisely, and can be used in PAS, HSO, CGN, etc. Now what I'm talking about is examples can be previously used in page 2, 3 and 7. What listicle is basically a list of things. For example, what are the best exercises to use? Number one, this. Now this is an example of a listicle. It gives you points and you just the answers are there. So like I used in the previous one, which is this one, this is an example of a listicle, and this one too is an example of a listicle. So let's move on. Now how to actually improve your copywriting. Make your emails, things to remember before you write an email. Make your email 200 to 300 words maximum. Now this can go way beyond than 300 words, but remember, keep it below 400 words. If it gets too lengthy, people will think it's like a letter or an essay. The best emails are always between 200 to 300 words. Now this can depend on the email sequence. We'll go more on email sequences at the end of the video, and let's move on. The next one is longer lines in emails more likely to skip. If you make your lines shorter and not in paragraphs, it reduces the unnecessary long. People like reading quick and free value. If your line is long, they would likely skip that line and move on to the next line. So keep your emails as short as possible. Reduce all the resistance. Reduce the big words you use in the emails. Next, use AI. Now, many people think AI will replace copywriting, but that's actually not true. You can write better copy by leveraging AI to your advantage. You can use a prompt such as make this email better, persuasive, and with a powerful CTA. Sorry, it's not shown here, but it basically says, it basically says with a more powerful, excuse my handwriting, powerful CTA. So if you exactly type this prompt into ChatGPT or Claude AI, whatever you're using, it will make this email much better. But as you can know, don't copy the email, don't copy and paste the email, because it will give you a long essay which looks like it's from ChatGPT. Instead, use some lines which are good and implement it in your own copy. Next, have a swipe file. Swipe file is incredibly important if you're starting off, if you're a beginner, because starting an email and writing it on your own, creating your own ideas is difficult. So subscribe to other people's email newsletters and learn from them and absorb all of their techniques. Create a file or a folder and keep all the best emails in your swipe file. Now remember, the best copy isn't written but actually assembled. Now I recommend you to subscribe to people's email newsletters like Cardinal Mason, Ben Bader, um, Dan Coe. These are all the three people that are actually good at copywriting and are very persuasive. Now, before we move on, like and subscribe because of the free value I am giving you. Alright, that out of the way, let's move on. Now, we are into the very important topic, which is email sequences. People have a lot of doubt in how to actually make email sequences and what are the best email sequences. Now, this is a topic for a whole and a completely different video, but I'll just go and touch what is an email sequence. So, what is an email sequence? They're emails that are automatically sent and pre-written based on the customer's awareness positions. Now, what are customers' awareness positions? You can't sell to a person who doesn't know you. You can only sell to a person who KLT, which is know, like, trust. So, what are some email sequences? Examples of some email sequences. Number one, welcome email. Now, this is very important, especially if the if your email list is completely fresh. When people subscribe to your email list, they completely new. They don't know anything about you. So the best way to transform them into cold leads to warm leads is to write a welcome email. This goes over everything the person needs to know about the client, about the customer, about the content creator. It helps to increase the KLT like always. So how do you write a welcome email? It's pretty simple. You just go over the client's journey and give free value. Just go over the client's journey and what have they become, just full story of the client, and give them free values, give them a reason of actually signing into the email list. Next, a value email. This, the name says it all. It provides value, helps to build trust, and makes them more warm. Next, soft sell email. Soft sell email is basically email with a very soft CTA, not too promoting, but also just promoting giving slight hints about the product, giving hints about the solution, and promotes a product that is free or less price. Now, this can also be a CTA to your YT or YouTube or a YouTube video, anything else. Now, the next is hard sell. This should only be done when the person has the highest KLT. You can't sell to a person who doesn't know anything about you. So this should be only done at the last email sequences, or after you have done all the email sequences like the welcome email, the value email, the soft sell emails. This should be only done at the last. Now, there are more and more types of email sequences, and if you want to see a complete video on this, like and subscribe and let me know in the comments. So, tips before writing your email. Number one is WIFM. WIFM stands for what's in it for me. This should be in every single email. It basically points out why the person is reading, why the client and the customer is reading this email. There should always be a benefit of viewing the email. Otherwise, the person will click off the email without the benefit. Now, people only click on emails with in mind of getting free value and benefits from reading that email. If you waste the person's time, they're either gonna unsubscribe or just leave, just stop reading your emails. Next, the angle. The angle is extremely important. If your angle explains what you are trying to tell the reader. If your angle is good, the viewer will also be interested and intrigued. If it's bland, common, and everybody knows about the things and about the value you're giving, they'll click off or unsubscribe. You need to have different types of angles, and how can you get these angles? By looking at different emails, absorbing the techniques, and this is where the swipe files come into play. So that's why I have my swipe file, and almost every best copywriter has a swipe file they can refer to every time when they're writing an email to get more creative ideas about writing their own angles. Next, be focused. When writing your emails, it's extremely important. You should be in a place without any distractions. You're writing content for a person who loves reading. Be in a room Shut out the noise and dedicate an hour to write a email. After doing that, make it better and edit it. This is golden advice. Don't be multitasking or listening to music while writing emails. Writing emails is a skill that can be leveraged to earning millions and millions of dollars. So use it wisely. And always remember, the best way to become good at copywriting is to practice every single day. So start right now. Stop procrastinating. There is no excuse to jump on this gold mine and start copywriting right now. Get a client, start practicing. So the actionable step for today is make a Google Doc and write your first day one copy. It can be anything. If you don't even know what to write, it's completely fine. It's your first step, and the money is always made in the first step. So write your first copy, and if you stay till the end, here's a cookie. And thank you for watching this full video. And if you watched this whole video, took down some notes, then you know the basics about writing your own emails, and you don't need anything else to start your own journey into email copywriting. So like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Have a good one. Peace.